Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at a really portable, convenient sharpener. This is the Victorinox VN43323 knife sharpener. Alright everybody, welcome back. So what prompted me to look for something like this was the fact that I am setting up my little survival kit for my scooter. Which still needs to go into the shop and get the engine worked on a little bit. It's got a little bit of issues, but other than that, it's ready to go. And this guy here was something I wanted in my bag. I wanted a small, convenient, not a lot of space. I'm going to be keeping my tools in a roll-up, so I wanted something that would fit in there and really kind of fit the lightness and compactness of the bag itself. I don't want a ton of stuff in it, bogging my scooter down, you know, with like 50 pounds of bug out gear. Just a small emergency kit in case I get stuck on the side of the road. And we will be using that scooter in videos to test out the theory and everything. But this was what I came up with. This is a small little pocket sharpener from Victorinox. Definitely a well-known name. And I've been playing around with it, and I'm really impressed with it. This is made in Germany. And while it's not as good as a full whetstone, it is a handy way to sharpen up your knife or clean up an edge. Now what we're going to do today is, because almost all of my knives are hair-popping sharp. This is a kitchen knife that I have, and it got stuck in our disposal. I don't know if you can see the tip there. Some dings in it, and I had to straighten the tip out because it got a little bent. But it is really, really dull. You know, this ended up in the dishwasher a few times, and it's been pretty beat up. So we're going to see if we can put a serviceable edge on it. Right now it won't cut paper. I'm going to get a piece of paper here and show you. I don't believe, oh no, actually it will. A little bit, but it's a very rough cut, and it doesn't cut as well. It kind of rips. So we're going to see if we can get a better edge on this, and see what we can do about putting a decent edge on it. Because the edge, I don't know if you can see it. The edge is kind of rough. It's got a couple of nicks in it down here and up top here. So let me show you the sharpener first. You have a stone, and you also have a 20-degree angle ceramic pull through. Now, the way they show to use this is different than you'd think. I know a lot of people see a pull-through and they want to do it like this, you know, down like that. You won't be doing it that way. You're going to put the knife flat on a flat surface, and you're going to take this and drag it over the knife. Let me do it this way with my wrong hand so you can see. You're going to be taking it down and dragging this over the knife like that. So the first thing I'm going to do is try to get the burrs. There's a burr right down here. I'm going to try and get the burrs out of the knife using that. And then we'll get into the whetstone, which is on this side here, and see how much of a better edge we can put on it. You know, and I also have a small little piece of leather in there too that I'll be using as a strop. And again, I have one knife in there. It's just a SEMA, you know, nothing super expensive. I don't want stuff stolen, you know, that's valuable, so I just put basic stuff in there. So that's what I'm going to use to sharpen it. Let me work on this edge a little bit here with this the ceramic sharpener, the pull through, see how good of an edge I can get and get rid of some of those burrs on it, and then we will show you how to use the other part. Alright, so I seem to have gotten that burr out pretty well. Again, I don't know if you can see it. There was a little ding in it. You know, it got stuck in the disposal and turned on, and it sat in there and banged around in the disposal a little bit. So now I'm going to show you the other side, the ceramic side. Now you can use the ceramic side wet or dry. I'm going to try a little water on it. There's your ceramic edge. It is blue, if you can see that on the camera. Now what I like to do with this is you take this off and you put the longer tube on here, and it gives you a little bit of a longer handle to work with. So with this, you can do it a bunch of different ways. They show you doing it, you know, you could do it this way, down like that at a 20-degree angle. And the angle is the most important thing on this. If you sharpen this at a 40-degree angle and you just dragged it through the ceramic sharpener, you're going to have a messed up knife. So you want to do it that way, you can also do it this way. And actually, I'm sorry, this is the way that they recommend in the manual and the instructions. And as you can tell, I'm already taking off some steel there. So I'm going to put a little bit of water on it, and I have a little bit right here. I'm not going to go crazy with the water. I just want to kind of wet it. It's just kind of damp. And we're just going to take it down this way. You can do it this way too. You can tell it's got a little bit of a resistance there because it's tugging as I pull it. And I'm going to try this for a few minutes and see if I can get a nice, really honed edge on this. And again, too, it has angles on it. I don't know if you can see that. So you could do it this way, down at an angle, and then take the other side and do it down at that angle like that. So there's a lot of different ways you can do it. Whatever's most comfortable for you, as long as you're keeping that steady, consistent angle. So let's give me a few minutes on that, and I'll bring you back when it's done, and we'll see how sharp we can get this. All right, so I am actually really impressed. You can see a little bit of metal that I got off there using it on there. And this thing now is crazy, crazy sharp. You can do the nail test on it. It's not moving. Let's see if it can cut hair. Yeah, that's got a section of hair there. As you can see, the hair on the knife. It is actually hair popping sharp. I haven't even stropped this yet. And again, you know, it's not necessary always to strop it every time, but it is kind of a nice thing to do if you want that extra fine edge to it. And I got to say, that's impressive for a small tool like this to be able to put a nice edge like that on there. And I mean, this wasn't horribly damaged, but it did have some rough burrs on the end here and a couple little dings on the tip. And the blade itself was pretty dull. So let's try it out with the paper again. Now, it did cut paper before, but not anywhere near. Look at that, it glides through the paper now. It just glides through that. So that's really, really, really cool. I'm amazed at how well that little sharpener works. So that's going to be my sharpener for my little bug out kit on my scooter, or emergency kit, I should say, not bug out kit. And to get the metal off there, I would suggest just taking some water and wiping it off. Comes right off. And to put it back together again, there's your cover, there's your other cover, and you're done. That simple. And I put a nice edge on this. Now, I've used this so far on D2 steel. It's worked perfectly. I've used it on AUS 8 and Sandvik 14C28 on some other blades that I have. And it has worked absolutely perfectly. The D2 took a little longer, of course, because it's a harder steel. But it did work very, very well. Product dimensions on it. Okay, 5 inches by 2 by 2. As for weight, 1.41 ounces. Really, really lightweight. Definitely an awesome addition to a bug out bag or a go kit, or even in your everyday carry. If I had a second one of these, I'd probably stick it in my everyday carry just for my pocket knife. So if you're in an area or in an environment where you're cutting a lot of boxes open, tape and cardboard are the enemy of knives. You will dull your knife out so quickly. So that's definitely a handy thing to keep in your pocket. Be able to take it out, sharpen it up when you need your knife sharper, and you're ready to go. So that is the Victorinox VN43323 knife sharpener. These run about $12.85, so close to $13 by the time all is said and done. I will put a link down below in my store where you can pick one up. I definitely think they're handy, and I think they work well. That's the good thing. You know, I've tested a lot of the other sharpeners with the pull through, and yeah, they make your knife sharp for a very short time because they put a wire edge on it, and then you have to hone it, and then you have to strop it. And this just did its job really, really well. I haven't even stropped it yet, and it's already super, super sharp. So I am impressed with it, and it does seem to do a decent job. I will put that link down below, like I said, for like around $13. You could pick one up. And don't forget to check out our Amazon store link down below underneath that. Our Amazon affiliate store has a lot of the stuff that I review, along with some other useful survival gear in there. If you don't find anything you like, just click the link and shop as you normally would. We appreciate that. Don't forget to check out our Food for Patriots link down below. It is preparewithiridium.com. They have food in stock. They are shipping it out. And you can get yourself $100 off a 4-week kit. And that's a good deal. You know, $100 off that. You're saving a lot of money. And now is the time to get stocked up. It's getting very, very close to potential unrest and all the other stuff that could go on. So it's definitely a good time to stock up. Anyway, folks, I thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.